There we go. Hello and welcome to. I don't have all my spiel up. Hello, and I just have this piece of paper in front of me. I don't have everything else up. Oh god. Where are we? What are we doing? Welcome to Proficiency Bonus Network on Sunday nights here on Spooky Sundays. Uh, we are running Rime of the Frostmaiden from in Icewind Dale location. And before we, I'm your DM, Sarah. You're funky and funny. No. Uh, yeah, funky. No. Okay. No. No. I'll take either. Yes, both. Okay. So I am your DM Sarah, and before we get started, I'd like to thank a couple. Thank you for putting that in there. Uh, for us. So it's Blitzkrieg Beard. Thank you, Blitz. We love you. We got our cardboard castle games, in there for our local cardboard based paper games like Pokemon and Magic down in Evans, Georgia. And then we have Little Dragon Corp. And if you type in exclamation point, they already did that. Yep, thank you. And yep, so everything's good there. Provo, pro bonus. Yep, put that in your checkout cart. I'm so fan of Michael Scum. Put that in your checking cart. Thank you. Yes, and I think our coupon has been fixed, so you can all use that and be happy. So, with that thankfully out of the way, um, we're gonna hop on into this really wretched recap of last time we played too. It's just horrible. You guys are gonna have to jump in. Um, you guys have to jump in and help me if I'm missing out any crucial parts. I have like 4 sentences here. Traveled, met some hunters starting rest, and got stuff. Reached town, took care of things. Went to Brinchander, sold stuff. Have new items. Other things. Dueling loots. Rumors. Go to visit a Zeus. Evander needs to shop for anything. Your turn. Right. Thank God. Oh, no audio. What? Huh.
It is a
Can you talk
relica.
now? Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Mama Big
world.
Mac, can you hear us
The earth says hello.
in
I
chat?
I think I think it's good now.
You think it's good now? Okay, 'cause it was picking up, but I don't.
It had you, but not
Not you?
us.
Okay. So, hopefully that got taken care of. Oh, good. She says it's good. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much, Victoria.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, so that's fun. You didn't hear them just cheer my name all in unison, all at once. It was great. So, no, you guys, got some items. You told, these trappers, hunter trappers about the batshit insane, dragon you met. You got some items from them. You got some items from the store in Bryn Shander. If you guys want to go over that. One of them was not the wand of Orcus. We discovered that, and that was very sad.
It is a replica. Totally
A
used
very, very good replica.
a
But
very good replica. Totally used the
Possibly could
rod
be
to
used
mind
as
control a shopkeeper.
yeah, we also
Yep.
ignored a quest from the innkeeper that the cult took her son away.
Oh yeah.
I think only Angie and Evander were there and asking her about that, but they were like, yeah, okay, we're cool.
We were like, anything going
Left.
on? And she was like, my son disappeared. We were like, yeah, okay. Anyways.
We were like, we don't have the mental facilities to be able to deal with that right now, but if you give us 3 to 5 business days.
Oh.
Your son is still missing in a couple
No,
of
it was
days,
Angie
you
and
might-
Kavik, I think. Because
Yeah, I think
Kavik
it was
had
Angie and Kavik.
a light bulb moment about the amulets.
Right,
Um,
right.
Yeah. Amulets, probably evil.
So
Ah, come on. Given to us by a devil cult. Let's go. Come on.
when we left
doesn't follow.
off, well, we were going to ask you, Nate, whether or not Evander wanted to buy anything in Bryn Shander now that you have some extra cash for it.
Yeah, if you needed components,
we
you
go to
needed to
visit
look for anything in
Zeus.
particular. Yeah.
I do not believe that there's anything Evander needs. At least nothing. Yeah, no, nothing that I could buy in a store. No.
Ooh, okay. Creepy.
I have to wait. I have to wait for
Per
my
use.
lance to be done.
Yeah, you got 2 days on that lance. And so, you're gonna go visit Zeus at Lisa's house. Lisa is Gallum's sister. So,
Yeah. So we wanted Evander to be here for that, but yeah, we're gonna go check in on Jesus and Gellum. See what's going on.
I don't have any, like... Oh, here we go. Some quiet moment music. That's not, like, tension building.
Ooh. Actually, that's a relax.
And because I did this, there you go. Just random house, but I
Oh
wanted to
my
show you. I wanted to show you what I pictured Zeus as, and I will send you the page. Hold on, because it's this cutest little thing. Do you see him? That's what Zeus looks like, guys. He's just like, Zeus want to help you. Yeah. That's what Zeus
I'm
looks
so
like.
happy I went into the frigid wasteland and saved his life.
Yes, he's pretty cool.
I'm not.
So you get
Yeah.
there, you walk in the door, which is actually down here, and Zeus greets you. Hello, Miss Angie! It's you! You came to see Zeus! And he grabs your
Yes,
hand and
of
shakes it up and
course.
down. You save Zeus! You and
Oh, well.
Mr. Big Metal.
Great, yes.
Gray, like the color.
We are so happy to see you in good health. How has it been?
Good, hard, sleepy. Sleepy mostly.
Have you been busy working on rebuilding the inn, or?
Gallum not here. That's what Gallum doing today.
And what about you?
Cooking, scrubbing.
Same
Wait,
as
you-
usual then. I'm glad
Yes!
you found normalcy. That's wonderful.
Wonderful for Zeus, isn't it, Miss Angie? Would you like some bread? Do you all want bread? Zeus just made fresh bread.
I could eat.
Oh, for some.
I could eat. Yeah.
Wonderful,
some
wonderful.
fresh
Come in, come in, come in. And he takes you inside, and he will serve you a 2 loaves of fresh bread at the table. Yes, yes, wonderful to have you.
It smells fantastic.
It's pretty good bread. It's like a hearty wheat bread. It's very grainy, very good.
Is the missus around? I feel like we should extend some thanks for allowing you to stay here.
Lisa is with Gallum in town. She go get more supplies. Gallum go to makey thing office where they makey things. Big word for Gallum.
A construction office?
Yes, that's where they go.
Thought it was some sort of town. All right.
No, he's just a baby.
All right. He is baby.
All right. Well,
You stay in town long, or you go away on an adventure again?
We were in town for a day or two. We thought we'd come by and see our favorite little Azus, and
You
and
so
and
nice.
uh, and 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 we thought we'd see how the rebuilding of the inn is coming, because it's probably the best place to stay in town.
Is for sure. Definitely is. That other. Ugh, never mind. I'm not going to get on this.
It
I'm just going to eat my bread.
it makes Master Gellum sad, 'cause it's money, but we build for you.
How did Gillum say how long he thinks it's gonna take to get everything back up and running?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Do you mind?
how
Do you mind
long
giving
would
us
that be?
a wee moment? There's something I thought I might discuss with my friends here.
Okay. This many? No. This many?
Days?
Days, weeks?
Zeus, just is there jam in the house?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Zeus
I
go
would.
to cousin. He get jam, and he goes
All
to
right, get
cousin.
all of them.
Okay. You
Just
see
so we
this
can
beer
try out.
inside this pantry.
We can try it. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Hopefully the jam's on a high shelf. What is it, Kavik?
So as soon as Azus is gone, I'll turn to the group and go, "What do you all think about possibly investing some of our money into rebuilding the inn? Maybe we could become partners of a sort. It would definitely give us a dedicated place to stay and rest and eat, and also might help with some possible additional income."
Well, Kavik, I have to say I did have a very similar idea. Personally, I am interested. Same hat. So yes, you can count me in. I'm not sure. I'd be curious to know kind of what sort of stakes we'd be getting, how much money putting in, what kind of stakes we'd be getting out. We'd probably have to talk to Gallum about it, but
I don't know if our friend Azus here is astute enough to make some kind of business deal, but I think talking with the boss would be definitely advantageous for us. Anyone else agree or disagree?
Uh, I like the part about having a consistent place to stay. That'd be new. Um, do we then leave out the part that the reason why it blew up was probably because of us?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
I
I
have
don't
no
know
reason
Because
to
of
see
that
why
that's a
not
good
us, yes,
business
because of
decision.
Farewell, but Farewell, you are
Farewell,
part
did
of
you?
us. Part of
Yeah.
us.
I, for one, see no reason to talk about that at all. It's been dealt with, as far as we know, and having a greater control of anything in this town, well, I think only helps us out more. Perhaps even if we pitch in some funds, there could be alterations to the place that would be to our liking. Seems we were the target last time. If, say, there were new plans added to the construction to afford for maybe some tunnels, which are off the official record, those could help us out if we needed to slip away, if we want this to become a consistent place and we think a target will be at our back.
Could get Kavik maybe a workshop uh, for some bigger
Oh,
projects.
that'd be wonderful. I think if we were investors, we would be able to uh, not make demands. I think that's a bit of a strong word, but perhaps we could make have some input in the redesign and the building of the
We
inn.
could commission undocumented additions to the building.
We would probably need to pay whatever kind of authority maintains building code around here, though.
Oh. We need to see what kind of
does such thing exist in a town in 10 towns? I don't want to besmirch them. It's just sort of, I wouldn't assume.
Maybe-
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe
There's
not 10
always
pounds, but
there's
in
always
Brinshander.
someone who's willing to shill a couple of bucks off of you.
I think it's worth bringing up. Depends on what kind of man he is, whether he wants to handle it himself or if he's willing to accept aid. But I like the idea.
Well, what did you think?
Good idea.
All right. Farewell seems largely indifferent, if I may say so. So, why don't we go ahead and
Azus find a
approach-
raspberry and
Oh,
Whichever that one is, Azus, I'll try it.
and he shoves these two big jars at you. One does look
Now,
like
is-
raspberry and red. The other one kind of looks like a purpley, color, dark purpley color.
It's not
I wanna try the
labeled.
purple color.
Yeah, it's not labeled.
So,
I
you-
wanna
Yeah,
kinda
no.
dip my finger in the purple.
No, stop that, Kavik. Get a spoon.
Just testing it. It could be very good.
Tastes like
Azus.
boysenberry.
Tell me about
Yeah.
this purple one,
Tastes like
Sarah.
boysenberry. He just didn't know the word
boysenberry.
boysenberry. Yeah.
how
I'll take
good
some of
is
that
your
and slather
memory,
some of that on my
Azus?
toast.
Memory is best memory, but not big words memory. Small word memory.
But you are a great listener, aren't you?
Azus, try.
I think that if you just keep your ears open, you figure out anything interesting that you hear from time to time, just make a note of it. I'm sure we'll be back in town plenty, and
Azus can't write.
whether that's an interesting... Is it right?
No,
Is
no,
it...
no, notes are not Azuz's strong
he-
point. Azus can't
He
write.
cannot write. He's
Oh,
illiterate.
okay, you said you have the best memory.
In head.
We'll come in. Sure. We'll come in and just let us know rumors as we come by. Does that sound fair? I mean, I'm sure it's taxing on your memory, but a little gold here or there could
Azus
surely
don't
help
need
you out with your
gold. That
memory,
sounds
don't you think?
silly. Azus don't want gold. Azus wants a hug.
Sure. Every time we come in, you'll get a hug from Gray, and then you tell us any of
Okay.
the fun secrets and...
And he goes up and he
Yeah,
hugs
I'm
Barry
sure you
around
hear
the
a lot.
legs.
Pat on the head.
No money, just hugs.
I'm kind of cold.
Very
guy.
well.
Are you sure you don't want to hug? He looks around at everybody and he's like, "It's fine."
I immediately break eye contact.
I tell Alt, the wolf, to come over and snuggle with Zeus to try and
Aw.
distract him. And
Yes,
then I
big
shuffle my
doggy.
leg out of the way.
Yeah.
So,
He gets easily distracted. He's got the attention span of a 2-year-old. That's fine. He loves the dog.
okay. Wonderful. Definitely could eat him. It's like a full-on wolf.
Yes.
Well trained.
It's a full wolf.
I got 2 full wolves. I
Yeah.
don't normally bring them into combat, but I definitely could.
Not our good.
Question
dog.
for the DM.
Sure.
Is there, like, any sort of sewer infrastructure in this town? Or-
Brenton, probably not. Maybe next to the river, there, you might find a couple grates like for like letting in and out the tide, but probably not like a sewer system. No.
It's really cold, so digging would be very,
Exactly.
very
That's
difficult.
that's the only reason why I would say that there wouldn't be, because it's like a frozen wasteland up here. It's pretty much nothing. Permafrost.
Gotcha.
Do we want to go propose a business deal?
I think we do. Or
Sure.
since we don't know where he is, perhaps we would wait here for him.
Well, Zeus said the construction offices, so assuming that's a
Oh, that's
building
right.
around town.
Yeah, it's either there or he's at the site of the tavern. We can check. It's just down the road from here, I think. The tavern.
Zeus, you wouldn't know where the construction offices are, would you? Just shot in the dark.
Puppy is fluffy. No? Puppy is fluffy. No.
Oh,
no, it is
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll find the nearest person once we walk out of here. Ask, see if it's on the way. Whichever one's on the way, then we'll just go in order.
Okay.
Okay.
And at that
Right,
moment,
Zeus,
you
that's,
see a very plain-looking, broad-shouldered woman enter the door with a couple sacks just filling her arms and like a armful of, as well as bags hanging from her arms. She also has an armful of like laundry and stuff like that she's holding too. And she comes into the house and she's like, "Hello? Who are you? What are you doing in my Zeus? Did you let these people in?" Yes, they're friends beside you, Mr. Metal Big and
Gray.
friends.
Like the color.
Oh, you must be Lisa.
Yes. Here, let me put my stuff down so I can shake your hands. And she goes
Would you like
into
some
one
help
of
with
the
that?
rooms and no, it's okay. I just take on some laundry when I need some extra coin. And she goes into one of the south rooms and puts her stuff down. And she says, "Well, what can I help you with?"
We were actually on our way out. Though, pleasure to meet you, Anji, Metal Man. This is Evander, Kavik, farewell. Yes, we were actually just on our way out to speak with your husband. We were
Oh, I
looking to
don't have a
invest in the
Brother.
brother.
My brother.
Where did I get husband from? That was on me. That jam got me all screwy.
It's the wrong 1010.
It's been fermenting.
Probably.
In any case, we were guests of your brother's establishment whenever it had that accident, and we've been traveling around, and we're interested in speaking to your brother about possibly investing in the construction of your new inn.
She looks sad. And then looks back at you, like glances down and says, "Well, that seems very... Oh, yeah. Perhaps you better speak to my brother then. Yeah, he's in town still. Okay, thanks for coming out to see me and Azus, and I'll get you a drink next time, but for now I have to close up."
Pardon, before we go, you just said he was in town still. Does he travel out much? Where else does he have to be?
Well, I mean, he's in the town proper. You know, we're on the little outside. He's probably in the town hall, in a meeting or something with the planners. That's
I
where he's
see.
going
My
today.
apologies.
Well, then we'll go
I'm
and bring our suggestion to your brother then. It was a very nice pleasure to meet you, Miss Lisa.
Thank you. Yes, kind to meet you all as well. Thank you for Zeus and my brother. They
Alright, can I get like an insight check on
Sure.
her?
Sure. Anyone can
I'm
insight
worried
her,
about
'cause
her.
she's not very good at hiding her emotions, as you can tell.
Yeah, she seemed kind of like not excited.
Oh, 4.
Unfortunately, you don't know much about what you...
18.
Okay. Oh
Where's
no, we
my
lost
dice?
Dave for that.
Dave wasn't ready for the truth.
Dave wasn't ready. Couldn't handle the truth. We'll wait a second to see if Dave pops back in.
You
Because
can't
I think Dave
handle
was
the
gonna
truth.
roll as well. So. Dave, did you roll for insight?
I did. I got a 22.
Okay.
Course
So-
track.
So
Clutch
Dave,
I'm not even
Dave.
going to bother rolling for
Yeah.
insight.
All right.
So
I
you,
don't think I can beat that.
Alrighty.
so you and
Yeah.
Gray would notice that her sudden disposition change, like, made our Flash really sad. And then try to go compose back to normal, but it seems like she's uncomfortable with the question of money and also about something else, like a sadness behind her eyes.
Um, you said that you do laundry for people in the town for some extra coin.
Yes, that's right. Gellum has a tendency to be very generous, and when he comes over here, I know that things are tough, and I just got to pick up some extra work here and there to support both of us and Zeus, of course. So nothing I can't handle.
Um, Does does it look like she wears like a wedding ring, or like possibly there was a
Nope.
husband that? Okay, so it's just them.
Mhm.
Hmm. He gives more than he gets, kinda situation.
A lot of that comes from our father, who was also a tavern keep and didn't live through that experience. And then Gellum inherited that from our father. And then you see all the trouble it caused him. Burned right to the ground. I just don't want the same to come after him. Any trouble.
Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it, kind of thing.
Right. Our father was murdered by some brigands for money one night. And I was afraid that that's what happened to Gellum as soon as I saw the fire. I just don't want extra trouble coming to him. He's such a kind soul, you know.
Hmm.
He took in a Zeus all by himself.
Was that some time ago?
About 5, 6 years ago. Zeus was out wandering, looking for scraps, and my brother found him and instead of scaring him off, he took him in. Big heart of his. I think he needed a son type figure in his life. Someone to teach, someone to have, talk to even. And now look he is. Look here he is making the tavern all over again. I think it's a lot of trouble.
Well, Miss Lisa, assuredly, you're all good people, which is why the five of us are most interested in helping you out, not only to rebuild the tavern, but hopefully to maybe set it up in a way that makes trouble a little less. What's the word that I'm looking for? A little more difficult for trouble to find you. That's the plan that we're going to talk to Galvin about, essentially.
Well, I wish you all luck, but I don't want to think of my brother in that way anymore of his. I just don't want him to get hurt too much. You know, see the past come to light. So.
Do you worry that those same brigands are going to come back, or do you worry that
No,
it's just in
just
general?
some trouble is going to happen to him in there. But he's hellbent on making it work, so I suppose you can talk to him.
Okay.
Maybe it'll bring us some coin and some more smiles around here. The town got pretty grim when his tavern burned down. They all knew how much he loved that place, so. Thank you again.
And I think
Oh,
you're
thank
doing
you.
this. Yeah.
Get up and shake your hand, and I leave the house.
She places the rest of Azuz's bread in in a basket for you and hands it to you, Gray. Take care. and Zeus will run up and be like, "Bye, Miss Angie. So good to see you again. You come back and see us soon."
I like rub the top of his head and like pat it, like, but not really kiss it, just right over the
Yeah.
head. Absolutely. Oh, well, we'll be right back. Maybe in a couple of days after we do some other things. But of course, we'll be back. We're gonna see you very soon. You be
Okay.
safe.
Okay.
You know, kind of pull my cloak more about me, give her a little bow.
Mhm.
I'll head out.
Yeah. She nods back at you. Nods at each of you. Farewell as you leave. Vander was already out, I think. Kavik left, so she'll nod to Anji. And yeah. So you guys are going to the go try to meet Gillum.
The town hall, yeah.
Yeah, poke around. Whichever's closest, head there first, and then go to the other location if he's not there.
Okay. I don't have a map for the town hall or anything. This was just a little thing so you can see what I think Zeus looks like. So let me just drag you back to the map of Burning Chamber just for reference.
Truth in our minds.
Side question for the DM.
Yes.
Would Evander be familiar enough with Bryn Shander to know anywhere in the town where the less reputable sorts, kind of like the tough guys, would be hanging out?
Yeah, you've heard of different places in the 10 towns before with your local knowledge, so just give me a are you trying to ask around where they are or just trying to draw on previous knowledge?
Just on previous knowledge.
You've heard that there's a seedy bar, like a seedier bar, seedier you can get in 10 towns. It's kind of like, you go to a quaint town and then there's one that's not as nice as like a few others, but yeah, part of a seedier bar down by the West Gate by the stables.
All right.
And it's
Good to
called
know.
the let me see. It's called the Gatekeep. So I could think that.
Gotcha.
Gatekeep, and yeah, they're on the by the stables, and you can go down there if you want to. Otherwise, the council hall is around here, as you can see. So.
Oh, I thought you said the town hall.
Yeah, I meant. Oh wait, there's a town hall. Yeah, the town hall's up here. Sorry, Lisa's over here by the north gate.
So we're going to the council or the town hall?
The town hall.
I think
Sorry.
town hall is what we want because they handle the internal stuff, and the council probably handles the external stuff. And maybe the council is the
So,
people that draw the lots.
I guess
for
we-
sacrifice.
I guess we rock up to the town hall and see what's happening there.
Okay. You are greeted by a clerk, and she says, "What can I help you with?"
You seen Gallum? We're out here to do some business.
Gallum. Gallum. Oh, Gallum. Yeah, he's in here today. He's in the second door to the right. He's in a post planning stage, something like that, like a meeting.
In a
of some
meeting?
sort. Yeah. He's trying to get his tavern back, I believe.
Right.
The inn?
Yes. Should we knock? Like, can we just go in? That's basically what I'm getting at.
I don't think anyone's in there with him now. I think they're just finishing up. Sorry.
Gotcha. So thank you very much for your help. All right.
Sure. And he looks...
We were gonna go in anyway. but-
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we wouldn't have.
You
Depends
knock
on
on
how
the door,
bold-
and he looks surprised as he opens it, and he's got like a couple like blueprints under his arm, and a satchel. So it looks like he's just getting his stuff up to leave. He says, "Oh, the lot of you! What are you doing here?"
Making your day, hopefully.
Well, it's not going to work. They want another 1,000 gold to do these plans, so unless you have that, then it's not going to work, friend.
Well, Gallup, I'm gonna peek around his shoulder. How many chairs are there in the room?
There are like 2 chairs, his chair and another person's chair. It's not a very big room. You're all
Okay.
like peering into it. Like there's enough space for like 3 of you maybe. but
Scooby Doo
not-
head stack.
Yeah.
Let's just all shuffle into the room really quick so we can do this semi-privately,
You are
you know,
all
like
like
real
standing
business
like
people.
chest to chest in this room. If you're all
Right, yeah.
together. Yeah.
Okay, Gallup, take a seat. Let's just say we.
I'll take one for the team and stand outside the
Okay,
door.
Gallup.
All right. So yes. What do you need before? And he's got like all this stuff on his lap, and it's just like sheltered in place.
We are feeling quite entrepreneurial as of late, and seeming that your business has kept us afloat, you've given me free meals multiple times in the past. We wish to return the favor, perhaps tenfold in this case. We wish to become part owners of your establishment. We don't want to get in your way, but perhaps the monetary needs could be met by us, and then some. Upgrades,
Huh.
ways to make your tavern better.
Huh. Like the way you're thinking, young man. Upgrades. I've always wanted one of those bass that sing on the wall when you walk by it.
We're not going to be doing that one.
Right,
But other
in the
updates
hallway is
are
like,
on the
"Yoo-hoo!"
table. Ray, you're not in the room.
But I'm listening.
No, I'm sorry, Gallum. Actually, the bass that sings is actually going to be a deal breaker. But we do have the 1,000 gold, and if you'd like it, we can discuss other options.
Like what? You're offering me 1,000
Drapes
gold
for one.
drapes? Alright, that he starts like gets out
Yeah.
like a little quill and starts writing someone a piece of paper like drapes.
Full creative license on the drapes, throw rugs, perhaps a bunker.
Bunker?
For a workshop. What else did we talk about? Maybe some muscle that comes with the shop in case of attack.
Speaking of, I think that it would behoove you to have a few more hands on board. I'm sure desperate times like these could cause some unfortunate circumstances with a business owner as yourself. And I was thinking about hiring some extra muscle for, let's face it, our new establishment. I'd be willing to put out the money for their hiring needs and procure them myself, but that is if you would be comfortable with that, having a few more hands on board to be able to ensure the safety of you and Zeus.
Of course. That would be most well.
Perhaps even maybe a small workshop where you might conduct repairs on anything that breaks, and I could have a place where I could perhaps make a few things for you.
You want a place of your own next to the inn or included in the inn. Kind of. I see. Some upgrades and changes.
Basically, we're looking to find a place of a bit more permanence for us as we stay here. We're not looking to settle down completely, mind you, but we are impressed by you and your character, and of Zeus, of course, and we were hoping that investing in your new inn would help make us financial partners with you, and possibly, even a place that we might be able to put our feet up at the end of an adventure.
I like the way you think, all of you. This is fantastic. The extra money and the extra hands, I could get this done before I thought. They told me it would take me 90. told me it would take 1,000 gold and a month to get it done. But with this money, an extra pupil, I could probably get it done much quicker.
By your estimate?
Probably 15, 20 days.
All right. Well, yes, and let's go ahead and get this out of the way too, as far as brass tacks goes. We put up the 1,000 gold, yes. At our return to Bryn Shander, whenever we happen to do that, we have a place to stay, food, etc. Perhaps a workshop gets set up for Kavik here. What does that leave over for us in terms of percentage gross revenue going into our pocket after investment?
Do you want to go 50-50 on this? So me and Zeus can keep
Absolutely, that sounds fantastic.
All
My
right.
God.
We will keep the front end of the establishment up. You guys can have the back end when you're in town.
Would you allow us to have a brief huddle so we can see if we agree or
Oh
not?
yes, of course. And he tries to get up out of the seat a couple times, and it's like,
No. You stay there. We'll move to the side.
okay.
So I guess we kind of just like
How big is
move
this
off.
room?
It's like,
It's like a stage aside.
yeah, it's
you know.
very, very small.
Yeah, it's like
Probably like 5 by 5.
We just kind of go off and quietly.
Okay. In the hallway, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So like, all right. I think we might have reached an agreement. Should we get something in writing?
Of course.
Yes, for sure. Though I do want to clarify, I meant more of sort of like how much money we'd be making off of what he makes at the inn. But he seemed to take it as more of a what space we all sort of get to inhabit, like a roommate situation. Is that what everyone wanted?
I think it would be beneficial if we had our own private quarters below grounds. So, obviously, for when we stay, that there are maximum available rooms.
Okay, then I'm fine with that. I think the space sounds lovely as well.
There is also the question of whether construction rights need to be passed through Gallum first, or if we have equal rights to commission additions to the establishment.
I mean, he seems pleasant enough. We could just make the suggestions and ask if, or just convince him to do it.
That's a good point. Does it seem like Gallum is the one who's physically doing these, or is he hiring people to
hire people
fix?
to do
Okay.
this, yeah. Looks like he'll need the town's involvement to get the contract through and the construction process done. Like, it's not just him. He's gonna have to hire contractors, kind of thing.
Right, but he's kind of making the final decisions on
he's,
things,
like,
or saying
making
like this is
decisions,
what's going to
yes
be
or
built.
no, but he's not physically doing the lifting.
Right. Yeah, I'm ready to get it down on paper.
It seems you're the one who's most used to contracts, Miss Andre, with how you've been talking, at least. Would you want to write this up?
Yes. She goes ahead and takes out her little like quill and ink and paper, and sits down with Gallum. All right, Gallum, it seems that we're all in agreement as to how this little transaction is going to go. I'm going to start writing the contract. You watch. Let me know if anything stands out as something you want to correct, and we'll start all over. Everyone pull up a chair or make one or something. You want to get comfy. This is going to take a while.
I tap Angie on the shoulder.
Yes, farewell.
And I start signing with the notes that Kavik has made. No part.
You don't want a part in it. Okay, so just the four of us then? All right.
If this is going to take a while, in the meantime, I can go and ensure that we have required muscle and protection in the future for
Sounds
this
good.
place.
Okay. So who's going? You're gonna split the party. Who's gonna go to the gatekeep with Evander, and who's gonna go to stay in the town hall?
And watch the magic of
Evander.
legalese.
Okay. So
I am useless at both of those.
I'll sit and watch because waiting is. I'll just sit and carve in the corner.
Although, Farewell, I
You know
do
what?
want to clarify something real quick. I respect that you don't want to part as in your name in the contract or anything. Are you out on chipping in for the 1,000 gold?
I, take stock, counts on some fingers.
Well, that's quite generous of you, and all right.
okay. So you start writing, and Gelm will put in different stuff that he wants. Like, oh, yeah, just minor notes though.
Like, yeah, you can choose the throw rugs, but I get to pick the kind of wood that goes on the floor in the
Pretty
like
much.
dining area.
Yeah.
And
Pretty much. So, but as you and Evander and Kavik meander south, would you guys want to be talking about anything southwest?
I guess we'd just be reminiscing, over the past couple of days and laughing, over how he betrayed us, and then whenever he's not looking, I'm kind of looking at him sideways, like, would he actually betray us?
Good question.
Just a big shit-eating grin on Evander's face. Just
Okay.
trying to not give anything away. Not that there's anything to give away.
So
of
normal, yeah. Oh right, yeah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So you make it to the gatekeep. It is a little more worn down. It's right by the stables. It smells a little funny. um, and you open the door and you see a tiefling male behind the bar, cleaning out
Does
the
it look
grass.
like it's particularly populated today in the bar?
I forget what time it was when you were all doing this. It's probably late afternoon now, early evening, because you
Yeah.
guys were talking all day and stuff like that with people, moving around. So I'm gonna say it's around like 5 or 6. So yeah, there are people in the bar. There's at least 6 of them. 6 to 10 people.
Is there any collective group of people who seem stronger than the rest? Anyone I can get a read on that seem
Make
bulkier?
a perception check.
Who's the toughest jerk in this room?
Well, that's a 7.
They all look kind of hardened from the cold and the lifestyle kind of thing. So they all look kind of like a collective hardiness to them. So as a group, no one really looks scrawny in particular, or no one looks particularly buff either.
People sitting in 1s, 2s, are there any?
There's about 4 at the bar, and then there's a group of 2 and a group of 3.
I'll go ahead and sit down with the group of 2.
Okay.
I'll kind of sidle up to the bar, order
Okay.
myself a whiskey, and just kind of sit off to the side and watch Evander and watch his back.
Okay.
All right, listen. Hi, hello. I'm sorry to intrude, but I will not apologize for making your lives better. And I'm gonna put 5 gold on the middle of the table.
Okay. You get their attention immediately. What looks to
Stack.
be a glare of confusion and not even almost, just plain hostility is now turned to like kind of awe. Like, okay.
What do you two do for a living?
Gods. He's asking us. I work at the stables and so does he. Right next door.
I'm sure that doesn't pay.
No, and it's god awful. Yeah, it stinks like shit all the time.
I'm sure it would be much better for you to, well, be in a place which smells of fresh cooked food and ale and, well, just be somewhere where you don't necessarily have to be cleaning up horseshit all day. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great. They look at the gold.
Now,
What are you offering?
Nothing yet. How well can you handle yourself in a fight?
Me, I'm Thatcher, and he holds out his well-used hand to you. Very, if you want to take it, it might be clean.
I'll mage hand. Shake that.
Okay. He kind of looks at you funny, and then, we'll accept that. And he says, I can hold myself in a fight, Jasper here. He's more of a pickpocket. And Jasper kind of looks at him and says, no, no. I just like alleviating things from some people. And Thatcher will be like, yeah, well, we're just telling him our talents.
Oh, don't worry. That's plenty good. That seems to be something which, if not my partner, I would greatly benefit from. Say, Mr. What was your name? Pickpocket man. Alleviator of goods.
Jasper.
Jasper. Thatcher and Jasper.
Hmm.
You're a pair. Okay. Well, I'll cut it straight. My friends and I, associates rather, have come into the ownership of a tavern in town and would like to hire at least one of you to become the muscle, become the face of the establishment, ensure that, well, our property and our investments are safe. In doing so, we can afford you a better lifestyle than you have been getting, but alongside that, it would benefit me personally if you could keep an ear out and, well, I have interest in gaining a hold on more of the seedier elements of this town.
That would be
Thatcher, if
Jasper. I could handle the muscle if Jasper wanted to handle look, keeping the nose to the ground.
Jasper, do you have further connections? Or do you simply steal and pawn off?
He looks around, kind of. He's like, I've got a couple connections. Maybe I could put you in contact with.
I merely, for now, am in the business of information, as it is the backbone of any less reputable establishment. All I would need is for you to keep your ears open and to spread my good name. If there are any less reputable tasks that need to be done, I would be available. I've quite the skill set, which many do not have. But if I could hire both of you to do that, well, we would be quite in business. Are you good with a blade, Jasper?
I can sometimes. He looks kind of proud. I can hold my own too.
Sure. Then what I propose is you both stay on retainer at our establishment, which I will name in the future, and you get some coin out of it. That seemed to be an agreeable situation.
Yes.
Well, this 5 coin is available for you now to be split up. Um, is this a good place to contact you both? I'm afraid there's no quite secured establishment as of yet, but in perhaps 15 day or so,
Well,
your services would be
Jasper
needed.
will look up and be like, my contact. Her name is Velma. She works at the Pigeons. She's very good with information.
Where does she work again? The pigeons.
The yeah, she works at the Remember, I think that Hanji wanted like a pigeon, a honing pigeon, at some point.
I did, yes. But that
Yes.
was yes.
That's where she works. Trying to be funny, but
The Pigeon Palace.
Pigeon Palace. She works.
The Pigeon Palace.
She's an information broker at the Pigeon Palace. So.
I see. Thank you, Jasper. For that, you can get 3 gold, and Thatcher, you can get the other 2.
we'll split it probably. Buy an ale and split the rest.
Sure. Well, that was all I needed.
Thank
I'll
you.
be back here approximately 2 weeks' time
They
to.
size you up and Thatcher says, what can we call you, sir?
No need for names, as of yet.
Oh, I
You'll
see.
know when I'm around.
Alright.
And I'll get up, slap Kavik on the back, and let him know
I've hired a crew. How well they are in a fight is yet to be determined. If you'd like to help me out with that later, we can arrange that. But now I'd suggest we get out of the bar for the moment.
Hey, do you think that they'd be reliable?
Well, that's something I'd like to check out. Perhaps. Well, we should probably continue this conversation outside.
How much for the whiskey?
2 silver.
2 silver, you say. Alright, here you go.
Thank you. You've had better whiskeys, Kavik.
Yeah, it's not very great. It's watered down but I just it's whiskey, so I
Yes.
toss the rest back and
It tastes like
we
cinnamon.
make our way home.
It's straight fireball whiskey. It's fine.
It's fireball. Oh, good grief. Yeah, so I sorry much and kind of make our way out.
Okay. So that takes care of you guys.
Kavik.
Yep.
I have no interest in hiring anyone who cannot hold their own in a fight, especially one when they do not know when it's going to happen. Would you be inclined to wait here with me either tonight or another night and test the metal, as it were?
What, just kind of get the drop on them and attack them without their...
Well, hopefully they put in as much vigor to protecting our future establishment as they are, dedicated towards protecting their own personal coin. I would like to see if we are investing in the right folk.
I think that is a possible idea. Another idea that I might want to bring to the group would be perhaps we would advertise and possibly even host tryouts. And maybe we could see if anyone can come by and either myself or Gray, see if we can get into some type of tussle and see if we can hold a contest to see if we can hire the best, most reliable fighters in Bryn Shander.
I would be very much
I
inclined.
think, out of character, I think Dave approves.
Yeah,
I
I'm just,
think
freaking out.
Dave is
I'm
excited.
I have other. You have to bring this up later.
Okay.
This is
do
just the Lord.
Do you want to use the rod and make a whole bunch of people fight each other for you?
Fight for me! Fight! Entertain!
We gonna get kicked out of this town.
Yes.
Nah. We
run
are this town's angel investors.
Look, all I'm saying is Valaki was a thing. Continue.
This is nothing like Valaki, first of all. But we
I'll
are
have
in
you know,
control.
I was not in the campaign at that point, alright? So,
I don't
doesn't
know
matter.
if that makes
He's got
this
to
better.
do Valaki.
Is,
I know,
is
I see the
Valaki
kind of
where
person
I
that Evander
exploded
is.
a dude?
Yes.
Valaki is where
Yeah,
you
exploded
exploded a
a
dude and you exploded. Both of those happened.
And they erected a statue, and
A memorial pond to Jeremy or whoever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't have any of
Watch
those.
Josh.
versus Strahd on the Proficiency bonus YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
right. So if you want to know what we're talking about, it's got vampires, magic eggs, flying catmen, and
Expert drift
Sacrificial
globe
guards.
usage.
so anyway, I guess we would make our way back to everybody else and see if they've finished up the
Yep.
nitty-gritty details of the contract.
I'm just circling the edges and dotting the i's and crossing the t's. Yeah.
There are crumpled papers everywhere. Any piece of paper I have has been crumpled up, scratched around, thrown all across the room as we anytime he's got a correction, you have to scratch it out and start the whole thing over. I mean, it's just a nightmare war zone, but yes, armed with carpal tunnel, we are just about done.
Mm-hmm.
How long did that process take?
Probably an hour.
In that hour, could I have attuned to the Ring of the Ram?
Sure.
So while you did that, I chilled with a ring. Very helpful.
Good.
All right. You're sure, Gallum, that we can take over the upholstery and you can handle any sort of the frames on any sort of seating we're going to be putting in the new establishment? You sure?
Yes, sounds good. Anything.
I think with that,
Yep.
X line, X, and then enough lines for all of us. I think we're ready to sign.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely, of course. I'm so excited. God, I'll shake his hand. We are so excited to be in business with you.
Wonderful, wonderful. And he will sign his name if you let him.
Yes, go ahead. Sign right after him.
Yep.
Do we take the money out of our inventory at this point? I did not do that yet.
I don't think 200 piece. Is that
Yep.
how we're doing it?
I think so. Right?
Okay. Yeah, that's even Steven. Bye, money. Everyone say bye, money.
Bye, money.
Bye, money. Bye-bye.
Why, the old tavern was named after an old adventurer of days yore. What's the new tavern? What should that be named? What's your group's name? What can we name it?
Oh, this never came up last time.
Oh, dude.
Oh, Callum. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity. Give us a night. We're going to spend another night here. Give us a night and we'll brainstorm something. The same name is definitely still on the table, though I do want to offer it to everyone who has got a stake in it. Wow. Okay. What a responsibility. No, I'm kind of leaning towards the same name too. Brand recognition is so important.
Well, we'll get back to you with our propositions.
Oh, you on the back? Did you have do well hiring?
Well, we
We've got a
did
couple
some
of
hiring.
ideas.
However, how well we did is in question, for their abilities are yet to be seen. That's something to be discussed tonight over more alcohol.
Oh, yes.
Right. Well, until tomorrow, Gallum will come up with the answer to that question and the question of, hiring the muscle and all that and get back to you.
Sounds good. Do you want to meet at the old tavern at noon?
Yep, why not? That sounds fantastic.
Okay.
Take a look and see what progress you've made already.
Wonderful. And I'll gather up his stuff and hurry off. And thank you. Can't wait to tell Zeus.
Did we sign yet, or are we waiting to come up with a name?
Oh, I
first?
thought you signed already.
We went ahead. If everyone's good, pass it around and sign.
It's just a blank spot where the name is. So
Yeah.
Prick my thumb with McQuill and.
Not that kind of
document.
That's a
Well, it
hobgoblin
works.
thing. We sign contracts in blood. It means a lot more. It's not a magical thing. It's just a cultural thing.
He's right. Yeah, I do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, so Gellum hurries off, and you guys can either stay at the place you stayed at before, which is... Was that the, Black Iron Blades, or was it... No, that wasn't it.
That's the smithy. It's not the worst inn in the world, is it?
Yes, it is. That would be the Northlook. You can stay at the Northlook.
Yes.
Yeah, it
I'm
was the
gonna go-
Northlook.
Yep.
Gonna go get that bass.
Okay. So you
I'm gonna
go-
steal it.
Okay.
Steal that back. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how the night goes. I may steal that bass.
First,
Alright.
at first, I was going to pass on the bass, but now I've actually kind of grown to like it.
I will not hesitate to use the rod on you imbeciles about this bass issue. Okay.
Sills? How dare you, miss?
It seems you're
Forgive me.
offended
Yes,
because
it is
you
foolish.
assumed that she meant you. See, I was not.
She's looking right at me when she said imbeciles.
Well, to
He's
be
right,
fair,
I
you
did
are.
mean him. The fish is a gimmick, it is loud and repetitious. Which is its worst crime, honestly.
I could build a much better fish than this.
Then why are you so enamored with it?
Because I like the idea of it. It's like something that the patrons can interact with when they're drunk.
If you can
And then
build
we
an
get-
I go up to
intelligent...
the I go up to the fish and
There's a place I like to go, far the river slow. Where it is, I do not know. Must be under all that snow.
Sing it again, Fishman!
How many rooms? Get me a room now. How many rooms are
There's
available?
a place I like to go, farther up the river slow. Where it is, I do
Not
not know.
you,
Must be under
fish.
all that snow.
Not you, fish.
All
That's
that laughter
funny.
is just reverberating inside the helmet
Yeah.
too.
Like,
Bane over here.
Oh, Mr.
Word? Okay. I'm done. Sorry.
Okay.
Dylan, fine.
born in the fish.
Molded by it.
Shall we get drinks
we-
and discuss?
Yeah, we,
Oh,
we
drinks,
get
please.
a table. We get a table. More drinks, please.
Sure. There is a young.
it's not that same jerk from last
No,
time.
it's a young male that's gonna come over and ask for.
A scrawny tween?
Yeah.
What was that girl the
Oh,
other
I
day?
don't know.
Like,
Willowy.
Willowy.
yeah, a willowy teen.
Willowy teen.
Excuse me, young teen. Do you have any side quests?
How is the state of your silverware?
What? Do you want something or not?
Sorry, we already had a few before we came in, apparently. Yes, drinks. And how much is it going to cost for, just say, a round?
2 gold. 5 gold. It depends what you order.
Okay, what are we thinking? Ale,
Whiskey
or
for
are we
me.
going...
Beer.
And how... Should be, okay, 1 whiskey, 1 ale. Evander, what do you
Do you have
think?
anything on fire?
What? No, we got like fireball whiskey. Like that guy's getting.
Then set it on fire
Sure,
afterwards.
just whiskey then.
And I guess I'll have whiskey as well, because honestly, the atmosphere in here is driving me crazy, and I need to get into a stupor.
Fine,
Thank
that'll
you,
be like
team.
7 gold. Whatever. Can you give it to me now, or do you like? I have to come back.
No, you're gonna come back without drink.
Get out of here!
What? What is your problem? Okay, fine. I'll go get the drinks, and then like it'll be like 7 gold. Whatever. Okay, give me 1 second. And she leaves.
I'm not going to pay that.
I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
That is honestly the only reason I agreed to come stay here again.
We already did it once. I mean, we didn't, but it already happened once. Second is a pattern.
You mean inns burning to the ground in this town?
Yeah.
We'll find some other way to destroy it then.
I believe second is a coincidence, so we can still kind of get away with it.
I could probably
We'll
figure out.
destroy it by taking all their business.
Which would
Of course,
be
that's fine.
beneficial if this inn were to burn to the ground. And from a business perspective, of course, and no
Oh,
plans.
of course.
How about we
And
don't?
see, it's a question of an instant or slow death, right?
How about we wait until there's actually somewhere for us to stay before we eliminate all of our options?
Oh, of course, of course.
Yes, I.
Okay. 'Cause I
I'm
don't-
merely alluding to the
Suppose
fact
that's
that I
rationally fair.
could have some
Reasons
newfound
to-
connections which could facilitate that. In any case, speaking of said connections, We have since hired, or at least put forth the offer to 2 individuals for protecting our establishment, one of which seems to be more of a brawler, another more a broker of information, more of a shadier type like myself, which does come in handy in times like these. The question then becomes whether or not these were solid purchases to make, and so Kavik had an idea of how we could ensure that this purchase was a good one. My original plan was to simply attack these fellows and see what they were made of. Seemingly, if they could fight someone like me off, that's no hard task. But Kavik as well, perhaps more difficult. But Kavik had a separate idea in mind.
I thought perhaps we might advertise for some type of contest, um, wherein maybe the tough guys or maybe some local brawlers or fighters would be able to compete for a few positions um, to be the inn's kind of security. We would even be able to make kind of an event of it, possibly even sell tickets to the locals to advertise the building of this new inn, and we could make even more money.
That sounds like a whole thing.
Yes, but it is interesting because, okay, it's an advertisement for the business, right? Entertainment for the town. Proceeds from the tickets could split between going to help towards the restoration and as perhaps a signing bonus cash prize for the eventual winners, sort of incentive to get more people to sign up. And it projects a good image of sort of like fun and entertainment, to the people who might eventually stay there.
Plus, it would help them to celebrate any kind of natural pride in the town or celebrate a local hero.
Do I get to
Can we
fight
slap
some of
It
them?
would
It's
also be a good way
on
to.
everything? We get a Zeus to cook a ton of food, and anyone who comes to see it can go pick up some free food. You're
More
bored.
than anything else, there is ample time to do this between now and when the inn is open.
Can I fight
Hype up
some of
the
them?
inn once it opens.
Well, I would love to
You-
see you all participate.
All right.
I
The rest of it I
we
don't
could
really care about.
the three of us who maybe are a bit more able in combat, perhaps we can be some of the final tests.
What happens if we beat them all? No one wins.
Well, I mean, that's probably a given. I think perhaps maybe instead we
Fourth
can
place isn't bad.
work out a way where they have to last a certain amount of time against each one of us.
Sure. That sounds like good practice. Wouldn't want to practice against you anyway. Your head's too important. He's playing with his dice again.
And I suppose Evander and I can sort of manage things, behind and in front of the scenes, sort of officiate and kind of keep security and whatnot while the event's going on.
All right. How long do you think it'll take for you guys to put that together then?
We would have to get clearance through the town, I'm sure.
And let's see, we could send out invites to other towns as well through the Pigeon Palace.
Probably be ready to premiere this contest by about the time that the inn is finished construction.
Set to reopen?
All right, so about a week, 7-ish days.
Well, I thought he said about 20.
It'll be about 20, so we've got a good 2.5.
All right, well,
Isn't a week like 10 days here?
that's right. A week is 10 days. How
So,
about
2 10-day.
putting that together? We've been going here and there and all over the place. Why don't we, or the other ones, maybe like me, can use that time? Why don't we actually stay in one place for a bit? I've been going all around this damn wasteland, and you know what? I don't actually know a thing about the world that I'm on. I'd like to take some time to actually learn some things.
I take the map of Faerun that I took from the ship out from the bag of holding. I wave it about.
Yeah. I'm saying, why don't we actually cool it on the axe beaks and the sled? And Kavik, you've had some bigger projects that you've wanted to work on too. Why don't we
Aye.
stay in Bryn Shander for a bit and get some long-term stuff settled? And we'll figure out what the next moves after that are. We've never done it before, but what if we did a little time skip?
Just like
If we
have
do a
actual
time skip, I
downtime.
do have
Yeah.
a request for Kavik, and while that's happening too.
I think it would be a good
You're
thing to
muted,
talk about.
DM.
Oops, can you hear me now?
Can hear you.
Weird.
Yep.
I was gonna say, I think this would be a really good thing to talk about on our break. We're like 9 minutes away from it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
Yeah.
before when I was cut off. Yeah, so that's good. Okay, so we will take our break now, but we're gonna say that we're gonna time hop a little. You can get your lance, and then we'll time hop a little, and we can get some stuff done during that time hop. I won't talk about it. So thank you
Coolio.
for hanging out with us tonight. I saw some people in chat earlier. I saw a Lala Big Mac. I saw a Blitz Greybeard. So thank you very much for being in there. You guys are awesome, awesome sauce. And we will see you in a little bit, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Be right back.
gotta stop. I gotta stop.
He's gotta stop. And we're back. Because he's gotta stop.
I
So-
gotta stop.
Everyone recap what you did, because we gotta tell everyone at home anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's
Why
kinda
don't you pick the order and that person will just.
Alright. Why don't you start,
Oh,
Ray?
okay. Gray is going to spend this time. He strikes a deal with the blacksmith here, trading some of his gems that was part of the dragon horde, to commission some barding, some armor for his axe beak. He's going to try and do a little bit more mounted combat in the future, and then he spends the rest of his time traveling Bryn Shander, talking with the people, because he wants to learn more about this land that he's kind of been just trekking around in, and try and collect any sort of rumors that are floating around and just be more knowledgeable.
Okay. Cool. Anji, what would you be doing?
So threefold. Like I was just saying to everybody, but kind of keeping up with Gallum, keeping up with the restoration, seeing how things are going, keeping up with the event, seeing maybe thinking about kind of starting. Maybe there's a betting pool opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
To just sort of at night, kind of noodling around on the loot, trying to figure it out, starting to learn. Little off-screen performance roles in 11, so a little bit of progress. We're doing okay. And the last thing would be to, at a certain point, probably around day 4 or 5, she tracks down that guy that ran up to us, the Morning Lord worshiper. I feel like he was a monk or a cleric.
Yes, he was a cleric of some sort for Lathander, and his name was Macretus.
Yes, so she's gonna track down Macretus, and basically just well, apologize if they haven't gotten on whatever it was he asked them to do at that point. They're a little busy, but we'll get to it at some point. But just she's interested in kind of what she's aware of the Morning Lord, but getting a little more information there, I suppose. We can go into it later, but she's very much interested.
Okay. Farewell.
Farewell is going to start out by requesting Kavik attempt or try to make the broom and the drift globe that we have motion activated instead of, and voice activated so that she can use them. And I believe he comes up with a key fob sort of system eventually. The other, once she learns that Gray is going around learning about the area and the world, she'd probably just shadow him, because it's really difficult for her to get information on her own. And most of the nights would be spent carving a tobacco pipe.
Cool. Kavik.
Is going to have a very busy downtime period, designing and creating a few different things. One of the things that he is going to finish that she created is he is also kind of interested in working on this kind of pipe creation, and so he is going to spend some time finishing up the metallic water-based smoking apparatus, so that you be able to like put a few coals in it, and it would heat the water and then would vaporize, and you'd be able to take in your tobacco that way, and it's very pleasant to smoke, made of copper and some brass and kind of a leather and wire tubing. That's going to be the first thing he's going to finish. The second thing he's going to work on and develop is the what he is calling the Universal Rune Remote, which looks something like this. I'll have a better picture of it as we go.
Love it.
So we will it'll and this is something that I discussed with Sarah, and that it will be an attunable item that would have 3 slots to control like a non-attunable item. In which case it'd be good for our friend Farewell, because that way they would be able to operate something like the drift globe or the broom, and possibly even a third, kind of, uh, let's say, kind of an uncommon, object. That's not a super rare magical one. The second, the third thing that Kavik has been working on is this idea of a self-propelling sled. That way we would be, you know, if need be, we would not need to be reliable upon animals in case something happens to them. And this one looks something more like this.
Cool.
You'd have kind of a you're kind of a sleigh kind of thing with big metal skis on the bottom, a kind of rotating fan, almost like an old steamboat, paddleboard, and then they have a seat area and several levers and gears and 2 pedals that you'd be able to kind of push down alternately in order to rotate this, thus moving you forward over the snow and ice on your own power.
Cool.
Still working on a name for it, but those are the things that I would be working on in this 2 10-day period.
Love it. Cool stuff, Jim. Cool stuff. Evander.
Yeah, over the course of this break, Evander would have used his wits, some threats, and the better part of 250 gold pieces in order to gain more information about the substructure of the underworld across 10 towns, learning first and foremost that there is a universal crime syndicate known as the Trust, which operates across all of 10 towns, seemingly headed up by the Nameless One, and more specifically, Bryn Shander itself somewhat reports directly to the Nameless One. Also gained some information about places where I could fence certain stolen goods, but for the most part, it has been a quest in order to gain more information.
Give me a perception check, Evander. Just fun.
That's a 7.
Night 15 of your investigation. You wake up to 2 hands pulling something over your eyes, another set of hands wrapping you in your blanket, and another set of hands dragging you.
Oh, good morning. I do not quite have anything I can do to escape this situation, so I will see what happens.
They seem to drag you out of your bed without
Sure.
talking to you at all, these people.
Any clue about where we're going?
No one responds.
You don't want
feel
to
like you're going
telepathy?
down the hall and down a
I have
set
to
of
see
stairs.
for that. I have to have vision in order to do my telepathic speech. I have to have vision in order to Misty Step. But, I mean, first and foremost, if they're taking me somewhere, they haven't killed me yet. They don't need to kill me. So, presumably, I'm being brought somewhere to talk to someone,
You're
and that's an
put in the
advantageous position
Most
for me.
calm teenager being kidnapped moment.
Would I be able to make a perception check since I would probably be up
at
at this point
disadvantage
to see
because
if
you're
I noticed
probably
a thump?
carving and you're probably not in the same room.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in a different room. It's
Yeah,
just
so
maybe
maybe disadvantage.
there's an extra big thump
Yeah.
on the stairs or something.
But you only they shove you in a trunk, Evander, without any second thought. and then you hear the thump, the thump, the thump.
Yeah, that's only a 14.
You don't. I rolled. You don't see this, unfortunately. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. And then you feel like you are being hauled somewhere, and you lose
Do I have a
track
sense of direction?
because they
Okay.
are just hauling you everywhere. It seems like left, right, straight, forward, back, left, right. It doesn't seem to be a pattern at all. Finally, the thunk, the thunk, the thunk. You're brought down another set of stairs. A door closes, and you can hear a pair of footsteps. You can get out now if you wish.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I've been needing to take a bit of a vacation. Where do I happen to be relaxing this evening? And I'm gonna try and get out of the.
Yes, they pretty much tied the lid down. They didn't lock it or anything. You can open the lid easily enough, and you're in a pitch black basement. And you hear a voice from in front of you. Where do you want to be?
Well, where I want to be is in a position of power alongside those who could help my interests and alongside those who I could assist. Not necessarily. Well, first and foremost, who am I talking to? Let's be straight here.
She snaps, and the lights kind of dim on, and you see your robed friend Velma, who was your contact at the Pigeon Parade Palace, and who gave you the name of the nameless one. Why, Evander, it is only I. I want you to join our little group.
I
You're
would
so
like that too.
curious. You're a curious fellow with a curious mind, aren't you?
We could have done this a separate way, you realize. What benefit do you get from stealing me from my bed? Granted, you get my full attention at the moment, but I wonder if you couldn't have done
That
this some other way.
she kind of cocks her head at you and says, "Is that a yes?"
It is an inquiry into what proposition you have. Joining your group, I would very much like to become a part of this, well, this syndicate of sorts.
You see, the trust, at its lowest forms, deals in information and wares. But those of us on the higher echelon know that I am really in charge. I'm the nameless one. And
It's
there are
very quick of you to.
and there are 10 of us, one in each 10 town, that operate as an assassin for each group. We've heard rumors all about the 10 towns, of you and your adventuring parties, little forays into different troubles, but we're intrigued by what you could offer us. Join us. We could provide you with, well, anything you wish among the 10 towns.
What do you get out of it? Simply my service? You surely have more in mind than a generous offering of your
Oh,
own
Vanda,
abilities.
it's not what you can offer. Who do you think put us in contact with you?
Ah, I see. I see.
She'll owe us a favor, she says.
I see that works out in my benefit, and I am not one to look a good deal in the eyes and reject it. So I would very much accept your proposition. However, I suspect that you would want things from me in the future. What do you have in mind? What would my position be, so to speak?
You'd be operating as one of the 10 blades. Now, does that suit you? The one
It
blade for
does.
Bryn Shander, unfortunately, lost his life a little while back. We've been looking to replace him, which is why your mother came to us with this proposition.
I would be willing to take their place. However, I seem to be want to travel. Is there some sort of restriction on where I'm able to go?
No, as long as you listen every so often to what we have to say.
And it seems we have a deal.
Wonderful. And then at that, you see 9 other people file into the room in dark cloaks, and they are all chanting, "Drink the blood, be the blade. Drink the blood, be the blade." They each have a chalice, and they put it up to their lips, and she hands you one.
Does it does it smell like human blood, or like can I get a gauge on? I don't know how much I know about
Give me an intelligence check to see what that says.
Does human blood smell different?
I don't know. Evander might know.
I don't know.
Growing
I
up
like
in a
that's
cult.
his first concern. What blood is it?
Right?
Whose blood is this?
And it's like, look, I'll drink my
Intelligence, you
blood, and
said?
Yeah,
I know where
That'd be a 13.
it doesn't look like blood.
Oh, we do it a Kool-Aid thing.
Yeah, Evander will take a sip. Sure, let's
Yeah,
do it.
it's like a honeyed wine. It's fine.
Oh, sure.
And then she offers you a ceremonial dagger.
I will gladly take that dagger.
The juxtaposition of
Yes.
those two
Yep,
sentences.
drink the blood, be the blade. And the rest of them kind of nod. Silently, you.
Can I see faces among them, or?
It seems like they have a gauze over their face under a robed hood. Hooded robe, sorry.
Gotcha. Well, they've already seen mine, so that's fine. And while I do enjoy secretive meetings with honeyed wine and friendly gifts, my friends will notice if I am gone for too long. So, am I to be escorted out, or can I simply walk and leave?
You will be known as the Rook. I hear you've got a pair of wings and are into shiny items.
Aye, that's
Heed
true.
your call if needed.
I will. Certainly.
Please. And she gestures towards the staircase. You're free to leave.
Do I pop out in the pigeon palace?
Yes, pretty much.
That's a strange night, but surprising progress nonetheless. And I will return to my bed as stealthily as I can. I imagine I keep a window cracked open slightly so I can misty step in and out if I want to.
Okay. Seems reasonable. And that's that night. Did you guys have a group name or name for the tavern yet?
Like
Did
table
anyone-
talk. Do we
Purple
want to
Explode is
change
still
it?
going to be the same as the previous inn name.
I do also want the inn to stay the same, but I like just the out of character talk of thinking of what we refer to ourselves as, because that's always fun.
Yeah, I agree. Like, inn stays the same, but what are we?
Who are we?
Who are we?
The Frigid Five.
The frigid.
We're all
Except a couple of
cold-blooded.
us aren't cold, so.
But we're all cold-blooded. Ruthless.
Well, I mean, some of us literally, I suppose.
You.
Oh no.
Okay, well, we'll continue this conversation later. But for now,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
Spend the rest of the
55
session on
is
it. No, we
cool as
gotta.
a temp name.
Alright. So your 20-day comes. Oh, I'm sorry,
We are-
did you want to do the contest?
We are the Uncrustables, because those are really yummy.
What?
No! So
Yes,
sorry.
okay, wait.
No. Veto.
Let's do the competition. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, center of town. We've got a big ring set up in the middle. There
Yeah.
are hand-painted banners with the inn's name and logo just like set all around the ring. What should we decide? Free admission or no free admission?
Oh,
free.
definitely paid admission.
Let's
Free if you're
say
competing.
admission on the cheap. Free if you're competing, admission on the cheap. However, if you want to, there is food for a small price as well, and also some gambling if you'd like to get in on that. And we're
Of
going to
course.
also spend a little bit out of the gambling pool.
There you go.
For non-contestants, I think the entry fee should be 2 silver a piece. Something affordable that the maximum amount of people could pay. It's the price of a drink.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
And
2
and
silver
Sarah
for the
can
adults
dictate how
and
many
1
people
for
show up.
kids
1 for
7 and
kids.
below.
Kids get in free. Yeah.
Yeah, we could, well, no, okay, no. 7,
Copper-
1
a
for
copper
kids,
for the
7 and
kids.
below. Sure. No, that's too little. At least like 75. I don't.
Be on the lookout for kids
It's
in
been-
trench coat. Be on the lookout.
We're
I'm
3 kids in a
sneaking,
trench
watch the
coat.
Why
line.
would you
We
want
take 2
to feed
silver.
them? We're going to be carding for any alcoholic beverages, but those are available.
None of this is to the death, is it?
No.
Is it?
No,
I
it can't be-
guess that,
no.
that also brings up the question
Otherwise,
of what are the
Training
rules.
weapons.
If they
Barehanded
die, I
hand
don't want them
wraps
working. Okay. Yeah.
Right, I
they
wouldn't
die,
want that to be
it won't
working
work.
for
until
you.
knockout or submission.
Okay.
And with somebody's got like wooden swords or a table leg or something we can use. I don't know if we're going to use
If-
blades, right?
What we could do is we could have our have a certain amount of party funds go into just some really basic training weapons, have a stash, and have just very basic like club, dull sword, shield, selection of items, and have each contestant go and select what they're proficient in, and then have a fight. We can stop it before it gets out of hand, just to
Yes.
submission or knockout.
And we'll assume that these regular people don't have magic, but if someone wants to compete and they're like, I do more of a, we'll talk about it.
You can confer with the 2 magic folks that are officiating.
Yeah,
and we
because
can
it's like
set
if
some
everyone else is
parameters.
wrapping their weapons, it's like, what are you going to do? Like turn down the heat on your fireball? Yeah.
Cantrips in first level only. Also, you can
We'll
have
set up some-
escort, but they can only be
we-
one like first level.
For magic users, we could set up like some dummy targets that they could.
I mean, I'm of the opinion like if you're someone in this town that can cast magic, you're probably
higher.
already better.
You're
That's like a
already-
second
You're better
category
already in
of
it.
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's more of like the skills, stuff.
Fire mages need not apply for obvious reasons.
I think we ought to be looking at a kind of 3 to 5 positions that are open
I mean, that
Uh,
would give us enough
Yeah, 'cause
for
it-
people to set regular hours and be able to take days off and such. Working
Um,
conditions.
Are you saying
and
to-
and I was thinking maybe like a cash prize in addition to the job.
Right. There's a small cash prize. It's sort of like a signing bonus.
Yeah. We're such a good union, guys.
Yeah. We're gonna change this place. We're gonna turn this place around.
And then immediately after this, we're gonna go destroy the other.
Yeah, totally,
Yeah,
totally,
yeah,
totally.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Does anyone else have any other input or ideas?
Nah, I think that's good.
How much would the cash prize be? Like what, 50 gold a piece?
Per hired person, probably not that much. I mean, I would say
I
25?
20 or
Okay.
25, yeah.
well, because I was going to say, if you beat everyone else, you get the job. If you beat one of us, I'll put my other garnet on the table.
Ooh.
But you have to. So if you beat everyone else, job. If you beat us, you also get the garnet, so that if we win, no cash prize.
I like this. I like this a lot.
And I do want to say, like, day of, and like as the event's starting, I'm like just firing off like minor illusions of like trumpets and all this like fanfare, and there's some like flags and like little like like paper decorations that are fluttering and stuff, and then like
It's a party.
welcome everyone. Yeah, it's like a huge event and stuff.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
Welcome to Thunderdome.
Firebolt
We've got
into the
Marty.
sky.
He's been in 40 separate bar fights in the last 10 days.
They all have their
Bitch.
entrances.
Yes.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? I know that's John Cena, but I was just doing wrestling adjacent.
Yes. No. Somebody's got to come in with like the shins.
I
Angie-
didn't want
and
someone to come
Evander.
at me that was Dwayne's theme.
And Angie and Evander are doing the color commentary.
All right.
It's looking really great tonight, Angie.
Well, Evander, our first two competitors are looking rather strong, rather strapped up. What do you think about these two?
They're all right. I haven't seen any dirty tricks yet. Quite looking forward to some.
Well, I hope we can get some dirty tricks out of these two. We've got Melvin. He's coming from that terrible bar with the fish in it. Just to let you know, that bar's soon to be out of business. We're going to tear them to the ground. In any case, he's coming from there. Not looking forward to his performance. And then finally, we have Aldrich over here, strapping young lad, great-looking dwarf man. Anyways, Vander, what do you got?
Not much, honestly. So much put me on the spot. I was more looking
Back
forward
to
to
you.
talking about the actual action that was happening, because as you've been fawning over this dwarf man, it seems that
All right,
a
speaking
fight's
of
broken out
first
in the
round,
crowd.
ding, ding, ding. Let's.
So more of that.
All right. So let's see where you guys are.
What are the names of people that are competing?
Hold on. Let's
Melvin
give
and
Sarah.
Aldrich were the two
We
actually
basically
strong.
just told Sarah to come up with an entire sports event in like
No.
10 minutes. So
I found a bracket generator, and I can just enter in all the names and give it to Sarah.
Or we can fast forward to say, like, we have three
Let's-
guys who have made
let-
We
it.
have
and
3 to
sit-
5
just-
people that we found.
yeah, just
Fine.
let's just let Sarah figure out how she wants to do it.
Because
Yeah,
ruin
Sarah,
all
I
my
think you were
fun.
muted again. Your
Sorry.
last
Yes.
sentence wasn't.
You find in the last round, you find 3 people that are your top 3. You find Horash and Meghun from the tribe of the Bear. Now, these are reghead nomads that live around in the frozen fire, basically north of the spine of the world, and they are basically nomadic tribes or tribes that move around a lot, and they this tribe views pretty much people as in the 10 towns that like as kind of lesser thans, people that can't like take care of themselves in the wild kind of thing. But he's there because he heard of the prize kind of thing. Like he just happened to be passing through for trade. He's like, I will enter for goodness and glory of Tribe of the Bear, and he's got his friend Megan there. So, and then you have your good pal. What was his name?
Thatcher?
Thatcher, who actually made it to the last round
Thatcher!
too.
My boy.
I would have got the two tribesmen. I would have been like, you do know that if you win, like you're supposed to stay.
Ha! We fight for glory, not for anything else.
I look back at you guys like that is entirely not what we're looking for.
Nope.
Was there
Asgard does
anyone
this
in
this
our fights that we saw fight with more underhanded tactics? Because I would be willing to default back onto those individuals if we cannot secure these two as well.
Sorry, what did you say? I'm looking up.
I was mainly pointing out that if we can't secure these two, although they were the best fighters, we need to look at the top three who would be, able to stay. And if there's any
willing to
sort of,
actually take the job.
if there's any sort of tiebreaker in there between them, those who fought the most underhanded, I would at least give more privilege to in that selection process.
Okay. You did notice in this process that Jasper did pretty well for himself. He's got like a very quick like dagger move, and you think that he'd be up there except for the fact that he's smaller and a little more runty, but he's got a lot of panache still. So he's not as hardy as say Thatcher and the tribes people, but he can hold his own. So you might want to consider that.
I'll try to offer the tribes people a deal. If I can beat both of you, you stay and you work for us.
Make a persuasion check.
-1. 14?
We will crush it.
Oh, okay, it worked.
Oh. You mean you'll try?
Let's see.
This is gonna be really bad. I don't have extra attack yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, speaking of, right, Evander, it seems like one of our special matches is going to be Gray versus these two barbarian types. I meant that in the bad way. In any case, are we going to allow Gray to use an echo? Is that going to be fair in the fight?
I would see no reason against that. A 2v2 is certainly a fair match. A 2v1 is less fair. So, 2v2.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Alright, give me 1 second to set this up. I'm sorry, guys.
That's fine.
It's us bringing this on you.
We're keeping the talking going to give you time.
This is the ultimate party decides to do something that you could not have realistically planned for.
So, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nothing about what
Yes,
we were
as soon as I hear that Gray is going to be fighting, I'll be like on the sidelines, just where did you jump in if it goes horribly wrong?
I appreciate it.
You never know. Just there. No visible weapons, just standing there like a average Warforged.
Okay.
How is Gray preparing for this fight?
A lot of bone cracking. Adjust the gauntlet that underneath has the Ring of the Ram on it. Because I've got that under my gauntlet. And picking out which weapon I'm gonna use. I'm definitely using my shield for this one, so I'm probably gonna go with my shield and my flail. So he's kind of like testing out the chain for it, wrapping it around the one gauntlet, and then sort of like holding that in his hand and limbering up because he's taken 2 weeks off of fighting. He wants to. I'm gonna square. I'm not gonna immediately walk out with the echo, but I'm gonna. I want to see how they go with at least one round. So.
Okay, 1 second.
And as our fighters are preparing, I'm going to take a step down from the announcer's booth for just a moment to meet up with my good friend Zeus. We're going to pass around and advertise for his new flavor of bread. We've got a delicious fresh-baked rye and sourdough with fermented raspberry and boysenberry jam. Sure to get you a little loosened up. It's quite delicious. Pairs deliciously with the amber ale sold only at our brand new restored inn. Everyone gets a free slice.
Yay!
Extras are gold.
Meanwhile, Evander's checking in with the different gambling brokers, ensuring that certain trades are going in the correct way that they should be.
All right. So they will enter the. You can all see this. You have vision.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
you
just did a whole map.
You
Oh,
see
dang, Sarah.
Megan walk up with 2 short swords. And you see Horash walk up with a what was it? An axe of some sort. Battle axe. Okay. And they both look a little happy for this competition, a little nervous, but mostly happy to have someone to take them on, kind of thing, you know, in this competition. So I'm gonna have everyone, you guys roll initiative. Everyone can roll initiative if you have tactics that you want to deploy. But if you're just watching, go for it too.
Also, off the top of your head, Sarah wanted to put down a sizable bet on ink. I guess I'll ask the DM what kind of odds you think we're kind of going into this one with.
Probably 1 to 4. They don't think that maybe Gray should take this one. But
I haven't burned an inspiration in a while, but that was a 1 on that initiative, so
that's not
oh, they both
good.
rolled the same initiative. That's weird.
I rolled a second nat 1.
Oh no.
Okay, fine. That's what fate wants.
Yeah.
I got a 22 just in case I need it. I'm not planning to do anything yet, but
I'll get the natural ones out on initiative. It's fine.
Anji got a 13 and is gonna go ahead and put 50 down on ink with the nearest shady looking gambling broker.
Okay.
So with a 1, my initiative is 5 because I have a +4.
Okay, so what was yours, Kavik? Are you doing anything?
I'm just going to kind of keep my eye on Gray and possibly cast catapult with a small rock if need be.
Okay.
How discreet.
We're not
super discreet.
It's all for good fun. They're not here to kill me.
If they take it too far, I'm gonna shoot a rock at their face.
What's your initiative though?
I think
sorry, I didn't see it in
roll
chat.
20 into the I sent it to D&D Beyond into the chat, so it's 11.
Okay, thank you.
I love how when I roll my not real 1, it's a 21, but when it's my real 1, it's 5.
And I had rolled a 7, so.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, what are these guys' names one more time?
Megan and Horash, sorry.
Horash, thank you.
So, that leaves us with farewell. Let's get some more intense music on for this. We're listening to this pastoral.
I'll make it. Don't worry, guys. I'll make it quick.
Okay, double nat ones. I'm glad you got them out.
I believe in my dice. When I throw it across the room. Edit it out.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
We'll treat the nat one that Gray goes, come on, I'll even give you the first hit.
Okay. Sorry, just writing my chart down. Okay. So farewell, you're the first react. I'm sorry, what did you say you're doing?
I'm not doing anything yet unless Gray looks like it's gonna go wrong and I need to jump in to save something or do something drastic. So I'm just sort of like bouncing on my toes at the edge of the circle.
Okay, you see, I didn't even measure how big this is. Okay. So you see, Megan and Horash kind of nod to each other and grin kind of almost evilly. And, they both are on the same initiative. Megan's gonna act first. She's gonna come up and take a swipe on you with 2 short swords. So the first short sword is gonna, oh man, she rolled a 4, so plus, yeah, that won't hit.
Nope.
And then
So
the
that's an
second
easy
one's gonna
shield
be
block.
a 15.
Nope.
Okay?
Ching.
She's gonna look really disappointed with herself. And then Horash is gonna walk up on the other side of you and take 1 great axe swing at you. Ooh, for a dirty 20. I'm
Dirty
sorry,
20 will
19. A 19.
19 is my AC right now, so
Okay.
it'll still hit.
So 1d for 6 slashing damage.
All right.
And he's gonna use this thing he has called Menacing Blows. It's gonna deal you an extra 1 damage,
Okay.
but you have to make a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of him until the start of his next turn.
6.
You fail, so you now end up frightened of Horash until your next turn.
Okay.
Until the start of his turn. Sorry, until the start of Horash's turn.
Okay.
So that's their turn. Anji. You are up.
All right. Into the, like, you know, I guess booming voice or just like screaming like color commentary, right?
You are the commentator.
Looks like Horash using dirty tricks unbefit for a man of culture, and I'm just gonna use vicious mockery on him.
Okay. Cool. That's a save, right?
That is so good. Mm-hmm.
Alright. He rolled a... Ooh. What kind of save is it?
It's wisdom, right?
He only rolled a 6. So, he
That's
will fail.
not gonna work, buddy.
That also gives him disadvantage on his next attack,
Oh,
right?
nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Andre.
Do some stuff. 3 points of psychic damage.
3 points of psychic damage, okay. Alright. So that is your turn, and he's got disadvantage on his next swing. Alright, Kavik.
Muted.
I think you're muted, buddy.
Thank you. Do they look like they're attacking, like with intent to kill or like intent to defeat?
Make a check for me.
A what check? Sorry.
A insight check, yeah.
Insight. Okay.
Couldn't remember the name. I was like intuition, investigation.
That's a 14.
they just seem to be like friendly, a little bloodthirsty, but this is a friendly match of who can best
Okay.
who.
So they're not out for blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's gold on the table. There's some pride on the line. They want to show this city man who's boss.
All right. Is the crowd enjoying things? Like,
Yeah.
is everybody's happy? No one's like, we don't have any sore losers that are gonna try to hurt us or anything.
Not that you notice.
Okay.
Hey,
Fine.
Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla's going to work, so she says bye, everybody. Goodbye, internet.
Bye.
So yeah, if that's all, then I guess I'll just I'll wait till my next turn.
Okay. Evander, do you want to do anything this round?
What kind of surface is what they're fighting on? Is it solid stone?
It's a stone with a little sand on top. You think that they made to like make it. They found like sand that they used to usually melt snow, but they put it on top of the stone to kind of give it maybe more of a soft texture for when they.
How noticeable do you think would footprints be in that?
Probably not very noticeable because it's very cold too.
Okay. Well then, Evander is gonna kind of make his way out of the crowd to try and do this discreetly, and he's going to cast invisibility on himself.
Okay.
He's just gonna hop into the
Are
ring.
you popping like down an
just
alley
to
kind
wait.
of thing to do this, or are you just away from the crowd kind of thing?
Yeah, like I'm fine if I can't do this all on like
Under the
this turn.
commentator's
But
table.
Yeah. You could do
yeah,
that.
I
and
want to
that
be able
would-
to
that
slip
would be
away so I
fine.
could. Yeah. Sure. I just want to make sure that I can be in the ring,
Sure.
but invisible.
Yes. You can probably turn yourself invisible this round, get under the table, go somewhere, turn invisible, and then next round you could get into the ring. Okay?
Perfect.
From where you are. Alright, so Gray.
Okay. Gray is going to step. No, he's not going to step because I don't want to get flanked. I'm just going to try and turn away. Actually, for flavor wise, to better understand that I'm turning away, I will step forward and turn away from the one that did the dreadful blow. Just focus on the one with the short sword. So I'm going to attack with my flail.
Okay.
Maybe the dice aren't with me. It's a 12.
Let me see your armor class real quick.
You're just flailing around.
I rolled a 5.
No, that will not hit.
Dang it. That makes me sad, y'all. I gotta get rid of that die and get a different one. Well, I only have one attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to create Echo Gray on the other side of the axe wielder. So,
Did I put
think I
Slate
can-
in here?
I think
There
I
we
can.
go. I gotta give
Slate!
it control.
Slate, you're here.
Oops, not all players are controlled by you. Save settings. There we go. There you go.
Create Slate right there. And then I will step back again so that I hopefully don't get.
Okay. Alright, farewell. You see Slate pop up. They look a little confused. They kind of look at each other like, trickery.
I'm still staying where I'm at,
Okay.
ready to jump in. If I see, them turn really vicious, I'll jump in. If I have to, I'll hold an action, but I'm not doing anything right now.
Okay. You see Megan. She's gonna sidestep so she's flanking you. And, take 2 swipes again. First one is a 18 to hit. Will not hit.
No.
Second one is a 22 to hit, though.
Yes. Dang it.
So that will be, 4 points of piercing.
I'm getting clowned on. I'm sad.
And, oh, that was I forgot to roll an advantage. That's fine. The second one, I will roll Horash is that advantage though. So that is a that is a 19 to hit. He rolled a 7 on the other one.
Oh, well, because I was gonna say Horash is the one that got.
Oh, disadvantage. You're right.
So it
it
would
would've been
cancel out.
straight.
So if you rolled the 7 first.
Yeah, I did roll the 7 first. Okay. So that missed. So you are no longer frightened of him either.
Okay.
But does Vicious Mockery only last one turn though?
Yes,
Okay,
just
so
one turn.
He's not mocked anymore. And that's their turn. So Andi, it is your turn again.
All right. In the brief amount of time since Gray's echo appeared, I am going to wiggle my fingers underneath the announcer's table and create a third Gray.
Okay.
In the mind of what's his name?
Horash.
Casting Phantasmal Force, essentially.
I appreciate the teamwork because I'm getting clowned, and I wish that my dice would be better.
And I'm actually going to have this Phantasmal Force take a swipe at him.
All right.
I'm not sure. Do I need to roll for an attack?
Where do you want this one, first of all, and then I will answer your question.
Phantasmal Force is just a save against damage, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah, to see if they get attacked in their head kind of thing, yeah.
Right, so I guess an intelligence. It's like an intelligence check, I'm pretty sure.
Saving throw? Okay. They rolled an 8 minus 1 is 7, so.
Okay. So your buddy Horash is gonna take 6 bludgeoning.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, it says
Or psychic.
Yeah.
Is it psychic?
It
It
says it's psychic, and it says as long as the target is affected by it, that damage is automatic each round.
Okay, cool. I will
Okay.
put a little marker on Horash too, so I remember that. Okay, cool.
It says each round on your turn, the phantasm can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target if it's in the phantasm's area. Or if it's in the phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the phantasm.
Okay. Alright. Sounds good. So, Anji's, that was a good turn. Kavik, you're up next. You're seeing, grays pop up all over the place, like, you've never seen this third mysterious gray, and...
Right, so because Evander has kind of stepped away for a second, I'll take his seat at the color commentary section and just be narrating what's happened and gauging the reaction of the crowd, and whenever the third gray shows up. Oh my goodness, a third gray has entered the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, this is surely a match for all time.
I can't believe it either!
Nice. Okay.
And it just, like, playing up to the crowd, getting everybody hyped up.
Yep. They are very excited about this match. Match of all ages. Incredibly awesome. Awesome. Evander, you are invisible. And you are at the cusp of the ring.
What I would love to do is to hop into the ring.
Yep.
Approximately here. And while invisible, be on like my hands and knees so that if Megan should so choose to go towards Gray, they might stumble over me.
Okay.
You're gonna tabletop her?
Yeah, just in a way that I don't, attack. Just to try and be in their way to inconvenience them, so I'm not making an attack or anything,
Okay. Like it. Cool, you're there. Gray.
Alright. I am going to not trip over Evander even though I don't know he's there. I'm going to try and make one more flail attack at the at the short sword wielder.
Okay.
Come on. $13.
Will hit.
Okay. It's about time. Okay. 9 bludgeoning damage from my flail. And I am going to unleash Incarnation and have Slate mimic my movement that I did to hit her, but hitting Horath. Oh yeah, 26 to hit.
Oh yeah.
There it is. There goes my D8. Horath will also take 9. And then Gray cracks his neck, and I'm going to action surge, and we're gonna do it again. So, Real Gray is gonna do flail attack at the short sword wielder. He's gonna miss. This is a 9. And then I'm gonna unleash Incarnation again and attack Horath. For another 26.
Mm-hmm.
26. So Horath takes... Ooh, this time Horath will take another 12 bludgeoning damage.
He looks pretty rough. Very rough.
And then finally, because that's only actions, I'm going to use my bonus action and switch places.
Okay, sounds good.
Wom. And my turn.
Okay. Let's see. That brings us to Farewell, who's watching from the sidelines.
Still watching. Everything seems a little stacked, but I'm still watching.
Okay. So Megan's gonna go first and try to hit, let's see if she'll walk up. Hold on. She will try to walk up to try to get a better advantage on these two grays here. Seeing them both. Many enemies for me to fight. And she walks up and she's going to make a dexterity saving throw and roll a nat 1 and fall prone.
Megan tripping over nothing.
Yeah. She's gonna. Where is a prone indicator? She's gonna fall on her feet.
Like she's lost her footing there, and
Yeah.
then the crowd goes boo.
And she's like, "What in the hell is this?" And that's her turn. And then Tora sees her and says, "Get up! We need to win this fight." And Horash is gonna get a second win as bonus action.
Ugh, fighters.
Yep. But only regain 3. And then he was gonna take
Plus
a
their
swing
level.
at. Oh, he gets the
Technically.
Phantasmal Force, right? This round, or
He can swing at whatever he wants to swing at.
I think it's on my turn, but he can swing at the Phantasmal Force.
Yeah, the damage happens on Anji's turn.
who's he gonna swing at? He's gonna swing at
He's
Real
got
Gray.
3
He's
gray.
gonna swing at Real Gray for a 25.
Yeah.
Okay, and that'll be a
I'm okay.
11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay, that's his turn. So then it's up to Anji, sorry.
So I made my joke earlier about Megan tripping over nothing.
Yep.
But I'm gonna go ahead and try vicious mockery on her again with that line.
Okay. 2 minus 1 is a 1.
Well, that's just not gonna do it, Megan.
No.
And Horash gets another 5 points from the Phantasmal Force.
Okay. Wow, okay.
Oh, sorry. And Megan gets
Yeah.
2 points from the Mockery.
Okay. And disadvantage?
And disadvantage.
Okay. Horash does not have disadvantage. Okay. Alright, so thank you, Andy, and that is Kavak's turn. Kavak's turn. Oh, I said Kavak.
I'll say, right you are, Miss Sanji. It seems like our dynamic duo is now up against a terrible trio. As Sir Grey fights on. And that's it for me.
Okay, Amanda, you are on the ground next to a somewhat surprised Megan.
So sorry, I forget the name of the other dude.
Horash.
The other fighter. Yeah,
Horash.
Horash. How is he dressed?
Furs. A lot of furs. Let me see what they look like.
Does he have anything like unclaspable? And like, oh no, weird malfunction.
Are you gonna pull off his bra?
Yeah, like he's got some
You gonna
buckles on
pants
his
him?
jacket and a buckle on his belt.
I would like to sneak my way over and try and just like unbuckle stuff just to like inconvenience him and surprise him.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Could I use my natural 20 for that?
Awesome! You definitely unbuckle his belt and his cloak from around his neck. And his pants and his cloak falls to the ground. Everybody starts laughing at him. And he goes, "What?
Slight
What is this?
wardrobe malfunction there.
And let this be a lesson to everyone. Preparation is key in any combat situation.
And I'm using any movement I have left to get out of the ring.
Okay. I'm gonna give him disadvantage on the left swing because he's half brush. Alright, cool. Ray, you're up.
Alrighty. I am going to, so Horash gets his axe into me, and then promptly gets pantsed. Gray's a little suspicious. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my flail chain with the axe in me, like in my shoulder, and I'm gonna wrap it over his axe and grab it and hold his axe down into me. And I'm gonna ball up my other fist, and I'm going to use 2 charges of the Ring of the Ram, and I'm gonna punch him in the gut.
I love
Attempt
it.
to.
That's awesome.
Natural 20.
Oh my god. He-
So that's gonna be
That was
8d10.
you don't even have to roll him. If you rolled ones on all of them, he would die.
Let me see what it is though, because I'm curious.
Okay. He would go down because he's got 10 hit points left.
I just want to see what this comes out to. So Gray kind of wraps it around and holds onto his axe and goes, "This one's mine." 52 force damage.
Oh my goodness gracious. He would
As
go
I
down.
just punch him, and
Did you murder this man?
that is probably enough.
Well, how much was it?
I don't know.
52? you said?
52.
What if it's exactly the amount? Would you murder him?
If it brings him to his exact total,
It does.
punch a hole through his
You
chest.
punch a hole through his chest and he starts coughing. And he just collapses as blood pours out of his mouth. Megan looks at you and says, "This was a friendly bout! What have you done?"
You hit me a little too hard.
And she looks devastated. Farewell, it's your turn.
Bonus action, second win.
I'm
Okay.
spinning around and I'm looking at Anji.
Ooh, I got 14 HP back.
Just like
Right.
Waving at,
Okay, what do we do? What do
you
we
know,
do? What do we do? What do
pointing.
we do about this? Audrey starts sweating. We'll think of something.
Call a timeout.
my turn.
Okay.
Yes. I start like waving at farewell, like sort of like get in there and like stop the fight.
I'm just looking at you. I'm not.
Fantastic.
All right. Megan's gonna start crying, and like sobbing hysterically, and going, "What have you done?"
I didn't mean to.
And Anji, it's your turn. She's not gonna do anything else.
I
Stop fighting. She's,
furiously
like,
ring
disengaging.
this like like fighting bell that I'm like ding ding ding. Okay, that's going to be a timeout, everyone. I not leap the barrier, obviously, but just sort of awkwardly lift myself up and roll over it. I'm gonna rush over to Horash. Is he like dead for real?
He's dead.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20 and I said 2 charges. That's 4d10. It became 8.
All right.
You're a murderer.
Well, he was weaker than he was supposed to be.
Because
he's been getting extra damage.
When I tell Greg, like call off your echo, I dispel my like phantasmic force. I turn to address the crowd. And as I do, I like reach into my cloak and grasp the rod of ruling.
Oh, thank God.
All right, everyone, we're going to call it into the fight. There seems to have been an accident. This can happen when it comes to bouts of strength in combat. It is a tragic event. We apologize. Megan, whatever we can do to offer our biggest condolences, obviously, and whatever we can do to make it up to you.
Fist. Just blood on the way up the arm.
Yeah.
I've just waved my hand over your fist really quick to make it look like that does not exist. Just like pretend your hand is clean. We're going to clean this up and offer you not only a proper burial for your friend, transport back to your home, and make this right. Again, everyone to the crowd, we apologize. A major accident and nothing to put any bad mood on the glorious events of today thus far. That is my speech.
Are you using the rod to convince people?
Yeah, to try and convince people that everything's cool.
Okay.
Are you
Okay.
Can you single out your or is it just everybody in the Vin City?
It's pretty much everyone.
Literally everyone I can see within like 120 feet.
Yeah.
My
So
goodness.
I just did a group roll.
Why shouldn't I?
They all failed. So they are charmed by you for 8 hours, and they regard you as a trusted leader.
But do we have to roll? That's my question.
Oh yeah, you guys would have to roll too. You're right. Oh, creature of your choice.
So would you be just
Do you
choosing
choose?
everyone?
Yeah, do you choose any one of us?
No, this is all pointed at Megan and the crowd.
Megan.
Isn't it
14 plus 0.
not
so
a cone? I thought it was an area.
that you can see
Yeah, it's
It's
everyone
just
in the
anyone that
area
you
that I
can
can
see.
see.
within 120 feet of her. So Anji, Megan fails too.
I like approach her, don't touch her or anything, and I'm just
She's gonna sit
Again.
down and kind of gulp some water and just look a little lost and dazed.
again, Megan, our greatest condolences. None of this was intended or on purpose. We will, like I said, offer you whatever you need to get back home, get you and Horash back home. Let's get you to somewhere a little more private so you can grieve in peace. It's our greatest apologies.
Alright, she'll be led off by one of you, I guess. Are you gonna someone gonna lead her off and kind of like set her up with something?
I'll lead her off, but
Okay.
as I do so, I'm gonna pass by. Arvander, are you still invisible?
I would have reverted from that,
Okay.
Okay.
but I'm on the edge now.
As we pass by you, I'm gonna like telepathically link with you for just a second and be like, okay, but make sure that the bookies that are here keep the gambling that he won the fight. Make sure that is known
Oh,
and that the people get paid out.
of course. And then, along with that, he's gonna call out to the crowd, which is likely dispersing.
Yeah.
Just, don't forget what you saw here. For the price of just a single drink, you got an evening's worth of entertainment, and I'm sure you can find the same when you stop back by after all our renovations are completely completed. So give us that chance, and we'll fulfill your full night of entertainment. And then I'm going to slink away to try and ensure that the
Yeah.
bookies they
Okay.
know.
Done and
Full night
done.
of an entertainment and death games.
Kavik,
We should have a pit.
yeah.
We should have a pit.
What are you doing, Gray, with your hand coated in blood that's slowly freezing to your metal fist? That's pretty dark, actually.
Just
Yeah.
watching.
Okay. Kind of flexing it, yeah. Alright. So, Megan will say to you, he needs to be wrapped so I can bring him back to the tribe for burial.
Any particular
I'll
kind of
handle
linen?
that.
Just canvas if you have it, and we'll have your friend put him on a sled, and we'll get to move on.
I'm sure we can get some canvas found. Again, all of our condolences.
He knew what he was getting into. He just didn't expect it to
He
go
signed
this
the
way.
waiver.
He fought well.
What is that whistle?
The music.
Music.
Oh, that's really
Oh,
disconcerting.
I thought I was going.
I
crazy.
thought it was perfect for the moment.
It's actually called distant tension, so that is.
Yeah.
I'm
It works.
tense.
Okay. You can keep your money. I just want to bring him home.
All right. I'll pat her on the shoulder and set off to go tell Kavik, like, okay, these are the supplies we need.
Yep.
And reconvene for the Vander, get my 200 gold.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay, kind of. So, Evander, I guess at the end of the day, I guess it's sort of, what's his name? Thrasher and Jasper? Are those the two we're hiring?
Thatcher and Jasper.
Oh, that's it. Thatcher.
Thrasher and Jasper.
There is also the possibility, if we do get a pit, to bring on this poor woman if she wants to fight for entertainment.
Mom, just stand in the damn camera. You look ridiculous. My mom is trying to avoid the camera and she looks ridiculous.
Well,
Who was that masked woman?
I know, it was so
strange.
stealthy.
Maybe we can hire her.
I should have her roll a stealth check.
Oh, here she goes again.
Can Greg climb out of the pit and go to the party?
No. Yes.
So he's kind of just he watched the blood freeze for a little bit, and he climbs out, and he just kind of says, "I thought that I had them sized up pretty well, but it looked like he was a bit more injured than he was supposed to be." Why?
Like he was injured before he started fighting you?
No. While we were fighting, I was keeping track of how hard I was going.
Sorry,
I don't
are you saying you
understand.
calculated a blow that blew a hole through a man's chest?
Yeah. It was a bit more soft.
Ah, you're right. I'm sorry. My presence must have weakened his abdomen and allowed for his entire innards to become outards.
Well, I also know that I
I
can't
point
make
at Gray and I
2 echoes. So, how come when I said that I've got it, it really didn't seem like I was being treated like I got it? Now look what happened.
I'm sorry, Gray. Whatever you're insinuating, I'm sure we have time for it later. I have a funeral to prepare for a man you
I
murdered
think we
in
have time
public.
for it now.
I'm going to excuse myself. Good luck with whatever is going on in your head. And I'm going to dip and go find some canvas.
Okay.
I would like to try to grab onto the back of Angi's as she
Give me a
leaves.
dexterity check and give me a acrobatics or yeah, an acrobatics kind of dodge out of that Anji.
I don't make 2 echoes.
The 16 to grab.
Oh, it's a 9 to get away.
So she just manages to grab the back of your like your shawl.
All right, turn around. Sorry, did you have something to add, Farewell, or did you want to come along?
Attempt to pull it back, like just I'm not letting go. Other hand point at Gray.
All right, okay, well. I guess. I have things to do to make it right with this poor woman. Lost her brother or something. I'm not sure what their relationship was.
Someone.
I reach into my card pouch. I hold up and I point back to Gray.
Someone made me look like I couldn't handle myself. And then that same someone now made me look like that in front of everyone.
Okay, Anji kind of snaps. Gray, you were getting your ass beat.
I had it.
You surely did at the last moment. No one could have seen that coming. But you were getting your ass beat by 2 people and you were going to go down.
It was friendly competition. If I go down, that's part of it.
Well, excuse me for trying to intervene and help a friend.
Ask first. You can go in my head whenever you want.
All right. Then I think we can, now that we have that down, now that I can go in your head whenever I want, we can just sort of put the tone that we're both using at the moment and just say mistakes were made. No one set you up to murder. The intent all around was good.
Yeah. I just wanted to see how this ring does. So you know what? If it wasn't a life-threatening battle, I'd still be standing. It wasn't, but I'll treat it like it was. Okay?
All right.
Okay? And I do appreciate what you said to the crowd. Because I'd probably be the next warmth sacrifice. Otherwise. So.
Only fair that I did. We both contributed in one way or another to what happened.
I think I need a drink. Find me some other time.
I let go of Anji with a jerk, a little push.
Okay. Megan's gonna come out and as you're leaving Gray and will say, "The tribe of the bear will be after you." And she spits at your feet and leaves.
I just adjust my bear cloak.
Nice. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. That was amazing, guys. That was so good. We're all so good. So I saw we had that was so good. So well done, everyone.
Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave.
Yeah, what's up, Ink?
Are we okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. It's all in character, baby. I love you. I, out of character, appreciate the help. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
We have a RLM Kim in the chat. We have a Ledhala in chat. Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
This is the time of night that we want to designate a nat 20 for the next session. So whoever did the best role playing or fighting or whatever you think tonight should be nominated for the nat 20. Please tell us in chat or
I gotta promote Anji because she both put my ass in the fire and then pulled my ass back out of the fire. Now I know I did use 2 charges on a ring and rolled a nat 20, but how do you know you're gonna roll a nat 20? How do you know you're gonna roll a nat 20? If I rolled literally 1 point less, if I rolled 1 point of damage less, he would have been alive.
Yep.
Oh god, I was so ready because I got Spare the Dying because like we don't have any clerics. I wanted to run in there and like keep that guy alive, but like dang.
Sarah wasn't gonna have me roll the damage, but I decided to, and I happened to roll the exact
amount.
That's the dice telling a story.
Yes.
That's the dice telling a story and saying
That's amazing.
This is supposed to happen. But I give it to Anji for getting my ass out of what would have been probably a situation where either a lot of shenanigans was gonna happen or I would be making a new character. So
Ledhala does say, I know Ledhala may be a little biased, but to give it to Gray for the merciless slaughter of the innocent, which might happen.
Accidental slaughter of the innocent.
This man felt no remorse.
It is Omni-Man. It is Omni-Man arms.
I'm fine with Gray.
Right?
I like it. I like him.
Encourage this. Don't reward this.
No, I liked the role playing where like Gray was just realizing is like there's no way I should have done that. And then realizing that he hadn't done it alone and this like the kind of like intense anger that was vibrating off of you. It was really good.
What it was the friends he made along the way.
All right, we'll give it to Gray for next week. Thanks, guys.
You killed a man in a game of sport. Have the nut 20.
You win.
Yay!
Gavik does
but
not
you got
regret.
angry about it, so it's okay.
You know those video
Gavik
games.
does not regret the idea of having the tournament, but Jim definitely does now regret the idea of having the tournament.
No!
I killed a man.
I killed a man.
Don't be that self-important. You did not.
Right? It's like if you. That's like saying like if you like built a horse race track and then someone put a landmine in front of the horses, you'd be like, it's my fault because I made the track that they put the mine on. It's like you're fine.
So, everyone, thank you for joining us, and yeah, so the next time you want to do good in a town, by opening a tavern, helping out the local populace and your friends, and finding some place to have at the home base. Always punch a guy to death, and never forget to add your proficiency bonus. Good night, guys.
Force damage ain't non-lethal. Bye-bye.